So the saga of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies continues. Margot Robbie had recently come out and stated that it was dead in the water. That was just done. It just wasn't happening, basically. And in fact, expressed some levels of concern on that. Disappointment, should I say, not concern. How she was looking forward to it. And in fact, that she was a producer on it. From the wording, it was an all-female thing, and it was a bit girl power, whatever you want to call it. But Jerry Bruckheimer, the producer, has come out and basically said, no, that's not the case. Which is a weird thing to report. Well, it's weird all round. It would be weird for Margot Robbie to claim that it's dead, if that's not the case, because why would you do that? And it'd be weird for Jerry Bruckheimer to say, no, it's not dead. It is happening, if it was dead. It's so strange. But he also gives an update on whether Johnny Depp is going to come back in the franchise at all as well. So, let's dive into this. Ladies and gents, please do hit subscribe. Please do give the video a like. And please do share it. And follow me over on Twitter at MissedAgeReviews. We just crossed 10,000. I was really surprised to see that this morning. I was like, what? What's going on here? 10,000 people want to follow me on Twitter. Bizarre. But do follow me over there if you want. I sort of tweet videos out. So if you don't get notifications on YouTube, because, it sucks, you'll get them over on Twitter. So just as a bit of a background, right? Jerry Bruckheimer is the producer on Pirates of the Caribbean. And he claims that the female-led Pirates of the Caribbean film is not dead in the water at all. So Margot Robbie told Vanity Fair in a big puff piece to do with Barbie, said, we had an idea and we were developing it for a while, ages ago, to have more of a female-led, not totally female-led, sure, but just a different kind of story, which we thought would have been really cool, but I guess they don't want to do it. And that was previously announced in The Hollywood Reporter in June of 2020, describing it as a female-fronted Pirates of the Caribbean for Disney. And they also said in that report that it was a wholly original story with new characters under the Pirates moniker. So you can see where the confusion starts coming, because you're like, oh yeah, it must be dead then. Robbie confirmed the project's existence at the time, speaking to Collider in November, said, a lot of girl power. It's too early to talk about it, but I appreciate that you're psyched on the combo. I love Christina, obviously, because it was to do with Christina Hodson. I believe, and says, look, I'm not a producer on Pirates, so I'll sit back and kind of wait for the process the way you're allowed to do as an actor, which is nice. I don't have to stress about it just yet. We're really, really excited at the prospect of kind of adding a very key female element to that world. So she wasn't a producer, but the wording implied she was working on it directly, so it kind of sounded producer-ish, but whatever. Bruckheimer would then chime in, provide an update on the film in May of this year, so 2 years after, and confirming that he was indeed developing a script for Pirates film with Margot Robbie. Okay, this is where the confusion comes in. Yes, we're talking to Margot. We're developing 2 pirate scripts, one with her, one without. And he would initially refute Robbie's claim, saying the film was dead, when he spoke to Collider earlier this month, saying, I think that script will come forward at a certain point. We developed 2 different stories for Pirates, and the other ones going forward first, he added. So, that's what we're working on to try to get that one made. So that's up until now. I've done reports on that. And now this is the further update. So he gave a lengthier update to the Hollywood Reporter. He was asked about the number of iterations that the 6-part film has gone through and why it's so tough to crack. Bruckheimer answered, oh God, they're all hard. I think we're getting very close on that one too. We have a very good script. We developed 2 of them. The one with Margot Robbie and one with a younger cast. The Margot Robbie one needs a little more work. The younger cast one is close. Hopefully we'll get both of them. And then, to Vanity Fair, he specifically answered Robbie's comments to Vanity Fair, claiming the film was dead, and says, it's a lie for me. It's a lie for Disney. I'm sure she was disappointed it didn't go first, or maybe not, because she's very busy. So it might be a blessing to push this a bit. We believe we'll get it made. It's a very strong story. I mean, so good that it still needs more work. So good that you're trying to do a younger cast. I mean, this sounds awful. A younger cast Pirates of the Caribbean movie, for goodness sake. Honestly, I honestly could not think of anything worse. teeny bopper Pirates of the Caribbean running around going, you know, shiver me knickers and all this kind of crap. Like, no, go away. I'm not interested in this garbage. I'm sure loads of people would like it. And you know what? I think like a young adult focused Pirates of the Caribbean film or series on Disney Plus would probably do amazingly well. You know, I'm not an idiot. I'm aware. I think kids would probably love it. For me, someone who, you know, I don't know, I think I watched like 3 of them in the end, and then I checked out. The one after, I think the last one I watched was Bill Nye's Davy Jones, and then after that I stopped watching them, I think. I'm pretty certain. Or there was one with Javier Bardem as well, which I watched. You know what? They kind of all blend into one at a certain point, and then I checked out because I could not give a crap anymore. But my point is that a younger cast isn't going to bring it in for me. I bet it will for a new audience, and that's great. But I also don't think a young cast will attract many people that are Johnny Depp fans either. Which takes me on to the next point. Johnny Depp returning. Bruckheimer previously indicated to the Times in the UK that he was out. When asked if the actor would be back, he answered, "Not at this point." However, now, you know, he says the future is yet to be decided. Again, that was before, sorry. And then returning, the possibility of Depp returning. The Hollywood Reporter asked, and he, well, basically put the possibility of that and the decision on Disney. He said, "You'd have to ask them. I can't answer that question. I really don't know. I would love to have him in the movie. He's a friend, a terrific actor, and it's unfortunate that personal lives creep into everything we do." Basically by saying, no, it looks like Disney don't want that because of the negative publicity. But it's not negative now. This would be a huge thing for Disney to have him in. Bruckheimer did reveal that if Depp does return as Jack Sparrow, they would not kill him off. And says, "You can't. We tried to kill him. It didn't work," which is funny, I guess, because it's, you know, in relation to the actual story itself. So there you have it. I mean, Pirates of the Caribbean are they're just a total mess of a franchise. It was really, really good, and then they just milked it into oblivion. I think, in fairness, I think there's been enough time passed that if, you know, if they were to make another one now with Johnny Depp, I think it would do very, very well. Genuinely, I think it would do very, very, very well. The others, no. I don't know. Not for me, personally. But what do you guys think? Let me know down below. Cheers, ladies and gents. Take care.